So it's a good day, right?
Right.
So I want to start just a little bit by how I normally start all my shows here, which is just telling people a little bit of what I've been doing for the past 4 months now. So in April, when the pandemic started to, get a little bit more serious, and businesses were shutting down and limiting capacity, I was thinking of different ways that I could help local businesses here in Southwest Florida. And, I have a pretty big following here on Instagram, and I thought of open up my Instagram for local businesses, local business owners and managers, to kind of come in here and tell a little bit about themselves, a little bit about their business, their products, their services, with hopes that, people would watch and then, walk into the business and help them through the struggling economy, right? So that's, I've been doing for close to 100 different businesses now already that I've done this, which is really cool. I get to, meet a lot of different people, learn a lot about the business that make up our area here, and also, just about different topics too, right? So it's been pretty rewarding for me, and from the feedback I get from businesses that it's helping them as well. So very good, that I'm able to do this. I'm very glad and very fortunate that I'm able to help the business as well. So with that in mind, we have Sun and Fun here from Marco today, and I'm very excited to talk to you guys. As you know, I follow you a lot on Instagram. I'm always commenting on the post, and I find everything that you have pretty interesting. So I'm excited to learn more about it. But before we talked about Sun and Fun, I kind of wanted to ask a little bit about you first, and who Jake is. Where is he from, and if he's not from here, how did he end up down here?
Absolutely. Well, I'm actually from Kansas City. I just moved to Florida October 1st. It's a good friend of mine's dad that decided he wanted to open up a business like this. He was researching the last, I'd say, several months for a location. He landed on Marco Island after another one of his friends gave him some information about a location in Fort Myers Beach that was running out the same equipment. So he looked into it after doing his own research, looked into Marco Island, and there's actually nothing here that rents out scoot coops. There's limited availability for golf carts, and he saw a really good market for what we do. So he's actually from Kansas City as well. I went to high school with his son. He's been my best friend since I was in high school. So that was kind of the connection originally. And then he's owned his own business prior to opening this business as well for the last several years too. Awesome. So he had the business experience. I had more of the, grinding 6-7 days a week and just doing everything you can to level up in life. And so it's just been a good dynamic. We trust each other. So that set a really good foundation for, us continuously grow. Obviously, some things happened since COVID. And we've managed to still stay afloat, still have a really good last couple months. So it's just, I myself, him being from Kansas City, it's just been an easy transition for us, just, even though we're in a different state now, to keep growing and moving forward through all the obstacles of
Awesome.
a new business and the pandemic.
So asking you, obviously not being from here and being here relatively not a whole lot of time, I mean, do you like it here better than Kansas City, or?
It's night and day. It's a different world here, man. I tell everyone all the time, they're like, you work 7 days a week. And I tell them, yeah, I work 7 days a week, but nothing feels like work if you live here in Marco. Yeah. So it's an awesome place. Every day feels like a vacation, even if I'm at the shop all day. So
and you're doing a business. You're doing a business that you're dealing directly with vacationers and people having fun too, which makes it for a fun day too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So trying to get into a little bit about the company itself. You kind of alluded to a little bit, that you guys opened in October. Was it October of last year? You said
we opened October 1st.
October 1st of 2019. And so is this a franchise, or is this something brand new? And what's kind of the
family owned? We're family owned. This is the first one. Didn't mean to cut you off there. I get excited talking about this stuff sometimes. But yeah, we are looking at opening another location in Fort Myers Beach, the same place that we kind of looked at before we decided to, step forward with this. So we're actually looking at opening up another shop at the same exact location that we kind of shadowed at the time. So a lot happened pretty quick. I moved out here the last week of September, and we opened October 1st. So we definitely hit the ground running. So yeah, you're right. Everything's happened pretty fast, and at the same time, we've learned so much in such a short period of time. It's really been an awesome experience. And then, like you said, I mean, doing something that you actually enjoy doing every day, it's hard to come by now. And a little bit more about myself. I'm 29. I just turned 30 actually last Saturday. So, and
happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I was in the banking industry the last 10 years, and the last job that I was at was 7 years. I worked at a small bank. It was called Mid-Country Bank in Kansas City. And they had told us kind of randomly in July of last year that they were closing down our office in September. So 2 weeks after that initial conversation letting us know when our last day was, my best friend and good friend, son of the owner, called me. And it sounded like he was trying to sway me from leaving my job versus knowing that it had ended. So it was an easy call for him, but it just worked out perfectly. And we've worked for Steve actually since we were in high school. So I mean, this goes back past 10 years that we've all been kind of together, like worked together in some facet,
Yeah. Awesome.
So it's just been a really good transition.
And we've talked about, a little bit about you, a little bit about the opening the business, being, family owned, and the first one kind of setting, the pavement for others to come. But I wanted to actually talk about the services or, the equipment and everything that you provide as well. So if you can kind of cover the, array of equipment that you rent, that would be great as well.
Awesome. Yeah. So we have golf carts, we have scoot coops, we have mopeds, and we have bicycles. So the best thing about us compared to anyone else that's around that's a competitor is they're offering the same prices. We match all of our competitors' prices. The biggest difference is we have brand new equipment because we're so new. Being that we opened in October, we didn't just buy used equipment. Everything is brand new. Our space is, I think, one of the best spaces in the whole storage unit as far as being able to store the equipment. So it doesn't get that, I don't know, the shelf life isn't what a normal car would be parking outside in Florida, with the salt and soot and everything. So we do a good job of maintaining the equipment even though it's new. And so that's made it last longer as well. So we have brand new equipment. We don't charge any more than any competitor around us. We offer free delivery and pickup based on availability. We don't charge anything for that. So we also offer gas for customers. So during your rental, if you run out of gas during normal business hours, if you come by the shop, we're actually gassing it up for you, and you don't have to do that. We actually have these rate sheets in all the hotels around here. And if you've been to Marco Island, it's kind of the industry around here is the hotel industry. You go down Collier and you see it's the entire street, both left and right. And so we have these rate sheets giving all of our rates. We do 2 hours all the way up to a month, and that's for all the equipment. Also, what you'll see in the hotels are these rack cards that has pictures of our equipment and some of the customers that have rented from us. And we also have these business cards, and this is my card myself. I'm not sure if you can read that with camera.
To see you.
But
yep,
that's me right there. And we have those in these acrylic holders. So if you're ever by a hotel, you can just look at one of these, grab one. That's our contact information. Grab a picture, and you can see kind of, an idea of what equipment you're renting. We also have a website. It's Marco Island Sun and Fun Sport Rentals.com. We just launched a new website. So definitely go on the website. Let us know what you think because we're excited about it. It looks pretty good. We collab with some people that actually we use to book the equipment and the bookings for us. And they've done a really good job. So it makes it pretty easy to book.
I wanted to ask you because it's I've been asking all the businesses that come here on the show, and I asked them about how has COVID-19 affected them. You kind of mentioned a little bit, but I wanted to get a little bit more of a perspective because obviously opening on October 1st of last year, and then within the past few months, you're right brand new and kind of opening, and it's almost like you got the effects of it. And how much has that affected you guys, not only from the standpoint of the measures you had to take to ensure that you're safe and the customers are safe as well, but also from a business perspective of not, as you mentioned, Marco is very tourist driven with a lot of hotels, and when COVID hit, I'm assuming there wasn't a lot of people traveling there. So how did that affect you guys?
Well, like you said, I mean, you have to gauge those two things. You have to gauge what's safe and then what's safe for your business to continue operating with, the numbers you have to hit, right? First was with what we do, customer safety is most important. With different people renting equipment and traveling from different places, that was the first thing that we tackled. So we don't have this on our page yet. We're still perfecting it, but we have a COVID page strictly showing us washing the equipment, what type of equipment we use to wash, the Clorox that we use. It's down to the labels on the back, taking pictures of that. But that was our first priority, is making sure everyone knows that it's still something that you can do and be safe at the same time. None of our equipment holds any more than 6, so you're within your social distancing parameters there. So we've advocated for that too. And I mean, it did hurt. I mean, obviously being a new business and something like this happening, definitely there were some setbacks. Come March around here usually is your busiest time of season, and we started out our best week that we've had since we opened, and then everyone had to cancel their trips because of the travel ban and with quarantining. So it was almost like we had to start up twice. Yeah. We had to rebound from that. But since we've rebounded from March, when everything kind of got canceled and taken off the books, we've actually had our biggest 3 consecutive months in a row, dating back to 3 months ago. So
are you getting a lot of people that perhaps they might not be tourists coming from other states or other countries, but locally? Because I've talked to a couple of people where kind of people are fed up in their houses here in Naples or Fort Myers, and they might want to do kind of what they're calling a staycation, right, where they go to Marco for a couple of days or a long weekend or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. You get a mix of people that are locals already, that have family, that have been in town or stayed, that didn't want to go home. So you have a big demographic of people that live up north that come down here during season.
Right.
I feel like those people just didn't leave because it's better to be quarantined in paradise than it is back in Chicago. So we had a mix of those people that were already here that didn't leave, extending the period of time into which we thought was going to be the off season, and it turned into our season. You have a mix of those people, and then you actually have a big mix of people from Miami, where everything was shut down over there. Okay. They're making that 2-hour trip over here, just like you said, to stay sane, do something. I mean, the kids haven't been to school all year. They're cooped up. They're ready to get out of the house. So, and we offer a 20% discount to Florida residents as well. So I think that helps with the local community and renting. Yep.
So I wanted to go back a little bit before my next question, and cover the equipment that you were talking about. So just going over them. So you have you mentioned the mopeds, right? Which is 1 or 2 people obviously on them. Is there an age limit on those that people can rent them, or?
So to rent from us, you have to be at least 18 years or older. Okay. If someone's with you and you take responsibility for them, they just have to have a valid driver's license. Okay. Now, we have golf carts as well, so it's a little different with that. So with golf carts, you have to be at least 21 years or older. Okay. But again, if someone's with you that's under 18, as long as that person you're with is 18, then you can just have a valid driver's license and drive.
So back to the equipment, the mopeds will be 2 people. Like you mentioned, the golf cart will be 6 people. Yep. And then the the coupe would be
Yep.
two people, 2 or 3.
So, yeah, just a little background info on specifically our equipment and what brands. We have Wolf mopeds. They're all 2019s. We got them in October whenever we opened up. We assembled them ourselves. And so they're brand new right out of the box. We have 2-seaters, which is the V50 model. That's a little bit bigger. It's 225-pound moped, and it has 12-inch tires. It's more ideal for a bigger person or 2-seaters. And then we have our gold, and it's the VX model, and it's more for one person. It's 175 pounds, and it has 10-inch wheels.
Okay.
So if you're as big as the owner, 6'5" and 250 pounds, you're probably better off with a black one than a 2-seater moped. And then our scoot coupes, it's called a scoot coupe. It feels like no one knows what to Google.
I know. I couldn't think of the name.
I know. I've been trying to think. I think the most common thing is a mini car or a little car.
Yeah.
But ideally, like when you're thinking of Google searches, you don't think of mini car whenever you're paying for words. But yeah, we might have to throw some extra words in there because it didn't seem like people know what it's called yet still. But yeah, it's all called a scoot coupe, and essentially it's a 49cc engine in it. They go around 40 miles an hour. The mopeds probably push around 45 depending on the weight. They run on a gallon of gas, both the mopeds and the scoot coupes. You get around 80 to 100 miles on that gallon. So there's only 22 square miles of road on Marco. So if you do the math, that's quite a bit of trips around if you're just driving consistently. So for like a 2-hour, 4-hour rental, it's perfect. You can go as far as you want to without running out of gas. And then like I said before, if you do run out of gas during your rental, if you bring it back, we gas it up for you. The other thing we rent is a golf cart. We have 2019 Yamaha Concierge, and they came in at the end of November. So that's the newest piece of equipment we have and our most popular thing. It's more ideal than renting a car, actually, because what we have is like groups of people, just split it. And since they are 6-seaters, you don't have a huge family. You can usually get by with splitting one of those with another family, or if you have 2, you have more than enough room for both of you guys. And it makes vacation seem like more of a vacation when you're in a golf cart.
Yeah.
So, and then we actually have beach cruiser bicycles as well, just standard 26-inch men and women. So
cool. And if people want to see pictures, and they want to learn more about Sun and Fun, they want to see pictures. I mean, you mentioned the website earlier, but can you mention again, phone number if they want to get some answers, website again, if you don't mind, and then social media handles too?
Absolutely. So our website is Marco Island Sun and Fun Sport Rentals.com. And then our Instagram handle, I have it written down here. It's SUNNFUNSPORT. It's Sun in Fun Sport with an N.
Okay.
And then our Facebook, you can just Facebook search Marco Island Sun and Fun Sport Rentals. You'll be able to find it that way. We do have a gallery on our website as well if you want to look at those pictures and not just look at Instagram.
Yeah.
And that's a place you can go look at pictures too. But if you're wanting to look at what we do, I would say Instagram is probably your best bet to look at, other customers running the equipment.
Yeah.
If you want information, nothing's better than just
you'll
going
see
to
on Instagram like I do, different customers renting, and sometimes they're through the island, sometimes right when they get the equipment, right? So it's pretty cool. I follow that every day. I look at it every day. So
yeah, you'll still have to make a trip down and get.
I do. I'm thinking, the next few weekends there, I'll take my daughter with me for a couple hours, and we'll go cruising in Marco for a couple hours on the Scoop Coupe. Now that I know the name, so
Scoop Coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
make it a surprise. I love it.
Towards the end of the show here, what I like to do is just leave an opportunity for my guests to talk to their customers. So either future customers, past customers, current customers, just to leave a message, thanking them or welcoming them. The mic is yours. But before we do that, actually, I thought of something that we had discussed, which is a giveaway that we wanted to do a giveaway. So I think we had discussed that whoever answers the question that you have correctly follows Sun and Fun on Instagram and follows the real Felipe Pereira on Instagram, first one to respond to that will get a voucher for a 4-hour rental, right? Is that
Yep,
what you have?
4-hour rental for a scoot coop. And I believe the question is just the, and we talked about this earlier in the
Well,
conversation.
we mentioned a lot of times, actually.
Yeah. So the open date is the question. If you respond to the real Felipe with that open date, if you follow both of us, and yeah, we'll go ahead and print off a sheet that's good for a voucher, and we can send that to you.
Awesome. And so I'll give you the mic right now. I'll give you the floor and let you tell your message there.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Well, thank you first of all for allowing us the opportunity to talk to you for a couple minutes, and what you're doing for all the small businesses is, I'm sure, much appreciated by everyone. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Definitely have to get you out here and get you around in a coupe,
Yeah.
and tag you in a picture too. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for to the local residents. Thank you so much. I know a lot of our rentals piggyback off of the locals that are here, whether it's their family that's in town randomly or if it's their friend that they're just referring. So thank you so much for that. We wouldn't have had the last 3 months we had without you guys. So thank you so much for that. That's why we do that 20% discount. So ask about that if you call, or if you're on the website and you're trying to get that discount in there and you can't, give us a call. I'll book it for you. Won't be any problem. So
awesome. Well, Jake, thank you so much for taking the time and talking to us today, telling us a little bit about you, about Sun and Fun, a little bit of Marco too. I didn't know about the 22 miles of road in Marco, so that's something new for me as well. And I look forward to meeting you in person soon, and taking one of those scoop coop to for a ride in Marco.
absolutely. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you again. We appreciate you, Felipe.